So, welcome back to another video. This is going out a day after recording. So, I have some random suggestions for jailbreak that I guess no one wants to do. And I'm just going to go through them right now as I find the game to play it. We're going to play as Popo Police Team in jailbreak right now, so we're just going to play as that, and then we're going to go on. Jailbreak by Badimo. So we're gonna join the police team. Let's get started with my first. Okay, that was the freaking speed jet. Let's get on with my first point. Outdated vehicles. So my first point are outdated vehicles like the army helicopter. So now there's several kinds of outdated vehicles. For example, if I can find the hospital right here. This is the army helicopter. It is outdated, pretty outdated. So I'm pretty sure they should update it. They need to update this ambulance, and let me show you the other one. I'll show you the others. The boats wherever they spawn now, because I forgot. Because they moved to. I don't know where they freaking spawn now. The boats, like the sticking jet ski and stuff. Where do you get the cruiser? I know you can get it at the... Okay, I guess you can only get it at the prison island, so that's how that works. Besides that, the other outdated vehicle is the very some reason shiny Firetruck. That also needs to be updated. I also want to mention something. They kind of need to update this one specific robbery. The cargo plane, I think they do have to kind of update it. It kind of is a bit outdated, but take that with your grain of salt, I guess. Those are the vehicles that need to be updated. Next, more weapons. Come on. We need more weapons. We only have like a small selection of weapons. Why can't we get like a sticking spaz or an SMG or shotgun or multiple types of shotguns? Not just the regulars. I want more. And also, next point. I want more weapons and stuff. I want better weapon customization. Which brings me on to the next point. Customization. I want better customization for vehicles because I love actual customization in Mad City. I love the design. Literally, the jailbreak customization isn't that really interesting when you do it. But it's so nice when they do it in Mad City that I would love it to be implemented into this game in Jailbreak. I mean, it is so good. I mean, the weapon customization is literally go grab the gun. How the frick do I customize? You can only paint the gun, which is kind of I'll equip that because I like that. It looks nice with my gun. So you just painted one of these like several colors, which I realize there's a bit more than they added a bit more than I thought they did. But you still get my point. There's not enough colors. And I also thought I also owned the sticking plastered. I thought they had a plaster one. Or is that just for the RPG? But yeah, I would love to have a freaking customizable garage. Yeesh, how hard is that? Come on. And also, I'd love a new design for like the jet ski. The Mad City design is so good, and I would love to see that. It is such a design. I'm trying to find the island right now to show you the vehicles. Sorry, I'm not good with this. But yeah, I would love to see that. We're getting close to our next thing. I want to ask for an update. I'm just more of an updating stuff. More planes. We need more planes. All we have is the stunt plane and the fighter jet, which they're pretty basic. They're not that really interesting. They're just a fighter jet and a plane, which the fighter jet, I would love it to have literally lock-on missiles. Wouldn't those be so cool? Those can lock on, but also make sure it's also shootable down, because these are kind of annoying to deal with as a cop. You have to, though there's not that many of them because they're too expensive, like the freaking stunt plane. So yeah. I'd just love to see this one day in Jailbreak where you have like locking on missiles. That would be so cool. I would also love more planes, like maybe a bomber or maybe even just a plane that can hold more than one person. Like, yes, there is this sticking private jet right here. Yes, there is a private jet I could use right here that I could use, but I'm not going to use. Because it costs $5,000. I'm not going to use it right now, but yes, there is a cool looking private jet, but you can't buy it. You can't just like go fly it around without having to just like go to certain locations. No, you have to just like let it go to another airport, which it is fun. It is cool, but I just want something else. And I would love more boats. Like this is the weirdest one, and this might tie in with another idea I have. Literally a freaking sub. Make a nice ocean biome. I would love to have a nice ocean biome. What do you might be thinking? Well, you have to update the only reason why they would do this is updating the cargo ship. Well, actually, you could just make another whole new robbery. An underwater temple. Like an underwater temple where there's like parts for obbies where you just like when you go into the water, there's parts in the obbies where you have to flick a lever. Then enter the next room, you flick a lever, and then the door will open it and the water would drain out. And then you have to do some obbies and stuff, and then you collect like a jewel of Atlantis from DuckTales. Woo! Like I don't know, like a jewel of Atlantis or like secret treasures, stuff like that. That would be so cool to add just like a secret literal adding a thing. Jailbreak also needs a phone. Please, you need a phone, Jailbreak. So many other games have it. Like literally, like you could take all of this stuff on the side right here and turn it into like a. You can take all this stuff and turn it into a phone. You can have like some random funny thing called uBlock, so you could just watch like a CMO dancing or something. That would be funny. I don't know. I know it's a lot to code, and I'm no coder. I'm no designer nor coder, except for Build-A-Boat. But I play on mobile, so I can't really help out with that. And I would love, and like these pirate ships, that would be great. And also, there's also the sloop, which who cares about that boat? Forgot to mention about that. But yeah, it would be great to see those, and then we could have like something else, something small. I would also love more military vehicles, like a Chinook. Humvee, just more military vehicles. I would love that. That would be so good. Like, the only military vehicles we have is the outdated Black Hawk, the outdated jet. I'm just going to count the Jeep, the Jeepney, and the tank, and the Sentinel, which I'm not sure if I should call military, but I'm calling it military because I want to. I get to do what I want. Shut up. Yeah, you have like a transport. There's so much stuff you could add to this military base. You don't just have to have a couple things at this military base. I'll be heading over there in a second. I'll be just right over there. Let me head over here. You just go over here. You can clear up a couple of these stuff. You can clear up this up a bit and just have more stuff spawn. Yeah, I guess you could. Yeah, I guess you have the freaking customization thing here, which makes sense, but make it where you have more vehicles. There's so much space to use. You can have like a Humvee right there. You could have like a truck right here. I don't know about the Black Hawk. Maybe you just find this. I'm not sure if that's the Chinook, but still, you can do so much. Why do you have to not do this? Why? I'd just love to see this in the future, and it would be perfection. But there's no way the devs will ever see this video, so why am I even talking about it? Because of you guys. I want you guys to share this, even though I only have 2 subs. Oh yeah, please hit that like and subscribe button, because I always forget to do that, and yeah. I just love to have so much stuff. I want so much new things, and yeah, I'm trying to think of this. Maybe have like no, this is Shrimp City. Who gives? I mean, just make this feel like GTA. And here's my most wild of ideas. Literally just guns. You can attach guns to these vehicles. But what you might be saying? Wait, what about like the SWAT vans? People who bought the SWAT van and the minigun on top. First, the gun sucks. Second, they just have to buff it. They just have to buff the minigun so it does more damage than every other weapon, than every other weapon that will come out. Like my ideas are literally a flamethrower. Now, not all vehicles would have weapons. All vehicles that won't have weapons are definitely 100% sport cars. The Volt bike, the only million sport cars, the camper, and Teslas. The bungalow, minus that. Don't use that one too. The Cybertruck is okay, but like literally, and also like any vehicle that's literally a sinking patrol bike or a ATV. Like obviously you would like to have that, and I would also say no civilian vehicles should have weapons on them, besides the pickup truck and the dune buggy, and like. Those are the vehicles I suggest to have it, and of course the Jeep, like a gun on the Jeep, would be cool looking. Would be cool. Obviously I'm not suggesting to updating limiteds, because they're limited. They'll never come back. I have way too many limiteds. Like a bunch of NASCARs. A lot of NASCARs. And then there's other stuff like the Sentinel, that's cool. You can put a weapon on the trailer of that. Like, any vehicle that makes sense to have one. Just don't... the other vehicles that are like 1 million or over 1 million, besides any bikes, will have weapons on them. For example, the Trailblazer would just have a regular... Probably might have an LMG on top. The tank will just have an extra machine gun or more damage with its barrel. What else would have a weapon? The pickup truck will have like a regular old like gun on top, just like a gun that you could shoot. And the $1 million like pirate ship, just give it a cannon. Just give it a literal cannon. Let me just find expensive. The tank, of course, will have something. The concept, and I said no supercars, but the concept has to have one. So I'd say it would have like cool laser guns. It would have some laser guns. I wouldn't suggest putting on that on a Volt bike, and that wouldn't, because it wouldn't be fair, literally. I would also like destructive vehicles, but that might not go too well with things. So just buff everybody. Just have like each, for like a commoner vehicle, just give them like 1,000 health. The tank will have like 5,000, have like about like 2,000, have about 250. Like regular $1 million vehicles have like the cheap. Lower $1 million vehicles have like about at least 150. The Volt bike has to have like at least 1,050 health. Regular bikes will have about like 750, and that would just make sense. It makes sense if you're gonna give them health. Just don't go in Mad City where you can shoot them out with a gun. Maybe rocket launchers do like, let's just say rocket launchers will do 100 damage to vehicles. I just would like to, I'm chasing down a literal sticking Lambo with him. This guy's gonna get away from me before I can get him. I wouldn't suggest buffing the police team because I don't feel like it's gonna work that well. Because I don't see any more buffs you have to add. Like, I mean, look at this thing. This thing's catching up with a literal Lambo, which I messed up because I ran into something. It's a little too fast. I literally just ran over the top of them, and that's what happened. Oh, there's a 250 mil. So yeah, I would just love to have all that stuff in Jailbreak, and it would be so cool. Like, I love the customization stuff. That would be so nuts. And I love the boat stuff. That would be so cool. But alas, we don't have those, and I'll see you guys. But alas, those probably will never be added. Those are just really cool ideas that I suggest. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.